Right now, everyone can create an AI agent by just a simple prompt, but a lot of people are still doing it wrong because there are levels to AI agents. A simple chatbot is not an AI agent. We need way more. We need tools, memory, retrieval of data, and that is exactly what I will cover in this video. So make sure to stick around until the last thing that we add, because this is really the game changer. Okay, so AI is getting better and better. So when you are creating your apps, it is very important for you to add AI as well. So in this video, we are going to create something that really needs AI. So let's say you are getting a lot of different leads and you just want a quick check to see whether they fit your ICP and whether you need to put effort in this person. And this video is very gradually. So we will start very simple and slowly add everything until we have a very valuable and advanced AI agent. Okay, so this is level 1. So we say make an AI agent that qualifies leads. It's a chatbot where we can input some info about a person and it will make an analysis of it. This is pretty simple, but with every step we add another level of complexity. So we run this. Okay, so we got our first version of the app, and as you can see, we can now add information about our lead. So I will just go to my LinkedIn profile, I just copy paste everything on here, and then I paste this and see what it comes up with. So we get a high priority, we have some strengths, we have some concerns, we have some recommendations, and this is already looking pretty good. And this is exactly how a lot of people are currently building their AI agents. But when building AI agents, it is very important to do a lot of fine-tuning, to test out different use cases and ensure quality. And we can just fine-tune by asking Lovable to change something. So for example, the next steps should be of higher quality and follow this framework. Or whatever change you might want to ask, you can just ask Lovable to change it. But this is just a start. This is actually really simple to make. It's one prompt and we have this. And the nice thing is that it already has structured output. So as you can see, we have lead scoring, we have strengths, we have concerns. This is all structured output. This is not just one response, just like ChatGPT. It actually has different kind of outputs. The scoring, the strengths, the concerns, the next steps. And this already makes it way more valuable. But we can do way more. If you're enjoying this video and learning anything from it, please make sure to like and subscribe. A lot of more content like this is in the pipeline. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to add tools, because our AI agent is currently just a chatbot. We ask something, it gives us output. We now need to scrape the LinkedIn profiles all by hand, all manually. It doesn't make sense. So what we want to do is the following. Whenever we have a URL of a LinkedIn profile, we can just add it to the chat. It will then use a tool to scrape all the information on this profile. And this is our first step. We are now gathering data to ensure higher output quality. And this is actually a very big part in creating advanced AI agents. We need to gather high quality data, and this will ensure high quality output as well. So let me show you how to do that. We go to APIfy, and in the APIfy store we can look for LinkedIn. So right here we have this actor, and an APIfy actor basically allows us to get specific data from platforms like LinkedIn. And the only thing that we now need to do is the following. We click here on API, we go to API clients, and we can then copy this. We go back to our Lovable and say the following. Whenever a LinkedIn URL, scrape the LinkedIn profile. We then provide the documentation. We go back, we then go to information, and right here we have an input format and we have an output format. So we copy all of this, we paste it as well, and as you can see right now, we are actually also making sure that we add enough information to Lovable so it really understands what to do and how to work with the integration. We then say, then use this information to qualify the lead. And we run this, we then need to get our API key, so right here, we click once again on API, API clients, and copy it. We go to Lovable, we paste it right here, we submit it, and then just wait. And we are now adding different tools to our AI agent. And all of this to make sure that it is not just a simple chatbot, it is really an agent that can use different tools and connect with external services. Okay, perfect. So it is working, and now instead of adding the copy paste text from a LinkedIn profile, we can do it way simpler. So we go to my LinkedIn, we copy my URL of my profile, and we can now paste it right here and run it. And we now got an error, but what we do is we just say try to fix it. We provide the error to Lovable again, and if we now try again, it will work. So we try it again, we get the URL, we paste it, and we run it. Perfect. So as you can see, it has all the information from my LinkedIn profile. And this is looking pretty good. We now added one tool to the AI agent, but we need more. This is not so good yet because the scoring, what is it based on? Like, who do we score this for? It just doesn't really make sense. And here is where RAG comes in. So what this means is the following. We can add some documents about our company, our ICP. So who are we looking for? What are good leads? What are bad leads? So let's say we have a document. Based on that, it will score all the leads and also make the strengths, the concerns, based on what we do, who we are. So how we do that is as follows. We go to OpenAI, and in our dashboard we have storage, and right here we can create a vector store, and this will basically allow us to have documents no matter how big, no matter the amount. It can be 100 pages, 1000 pages, and we can just add all of this to our vector store. So what we can do is we can go to vector stores, we can click on create, and right here we can click on add files. And right here we have this document that basically explains everything we do, and this allows the AI to really understand who it is qualifying the leads for. So we attach it, and that's it. We click on create, and we now have this ID. So this is the document that we have. So we have the ventures, we have everything that we do, we have my different businesses, and we have a lot of info, and based on this we can actually qualify leads. So what we now do is we go to the OpenAI documentation. We then go to vector store files. We then right here have vector stores, and then we need to go to search vector store. So we then once again copy everything right here. We go back to Lovable and we say the following. We need to implement RAG. We do this with OpenAI. Please implement. We then add documentation. And what we then do is we get the vector store ID right here. We copy this. We go back to, we say the following, vector store ID. Whenever we are scoring a lead, come up with some questions that we need to verify the quality of this lead. Ask those questions and receive answers to those questions. Then score based on the info we get. Then we run this. Then we need to get our OpenAI API key. So we go back to OpenAI. We go to API keys. And right here, we can create a new one. Say leads. We create the key. We copy it, we go back to Lovable, and right here we can add our API key. So we submit it. Okay, perfect. Okay, so it is done, and we can now test it out by doing the following. What do we actually do? And it should now understand that this is a question that can be answered using the documents that we just put in the vector store. So we run this. Perfect. So as you can see, it did the RAG and it now understands everything about us. It did this like a lead analysis, which is not really how we wanted it, but we now tested it out and made sure that it was actually understanding who we are and what we do. And we have this knowledge base insights. So we now do one more prompt, and we actually say that when we do RAG, it is actually from the perspective of us. So we say the following. When we do RAG, the information we get from it is actually info about us. So use this info to score new leads. Do not score ourselves. Okay, so we do that, and we are now really starting to get something really valuable right here. And as you can see, building an AI agent that has high quality is just a process. So gradually we come to a point where our AI agent can really mean something for us. It uses tools and it uses background information. But we are missing one more thing. And this is something that a lot of people are not using yet. So the last thing that we now need to add is mem0. And as you can read right here, it says AI agents forget, but mem0 remembers. And in our use case, looks like the following. We can now give it a lot of different information. Like for example, I don't like this lead. And we can actually accept the lead or delete a lead. And this is all information that we want to use to make our AI agent become better. So we want to make a system that remembers over time. And how we do that is with mem0. So you can create a free account and you can click on get started and you have your dashboard right here. And what we need to do is the following. We have memories right here, and memories are stored and can actually be retrieved when needed. So what we now need to do is we need to store feedback. So do we like this lead? Do we reject this lead? Do we give any other information like, I don't know, I'm more looking for this kind of person or that kind of person. And it's actually pretty simple, but you need to understand a few things to really make sure you implement it in the right way and leverage it as much as possible and get the most out of it. So what we need to do is we need to go to the docs. So right here, we have everything we need to give to Lovable. So let's first say the following. We need to add memory. we do this with mem0. We want to be able to accept or reject leads, but also when we say something in the chat that needs to be saved, get it through mem0 and make sure we build memory. So what we do is we go to the docs and we have our quick start right here. So it shows exactly how we need to set our API key, add our memory, search memories, and this can look like a bit much, but the nice thing is we don't even need to read it. We just copy the page, we go to Lovable and we paste it. So now Lovable really understands everything it needs to understand, how to work with mem0, and it can just start implementing it for us. So we say the following as well: make sure our answers and scoring will become better over time. And we then just run it. In the meantime, let's get our mem0 API key. So we go here, we go to settings, we go to API keys, and right here we can create a new one. So we call it leads. We copy it right here. We go to Lovable and we can paste it right here. And I hope by now you see the process that we are following every single time. We go to an integration, we get the documentation, we paste it, we get our API key and we run it. Okay, perfect. So it has loaded. We can now get a URL of a LinkedIn profile. So for example, we have Nick, and Nick helps entrepreneurs build story-driven personal brands that grow their business. And we can now get the URL of his profile. We can go back to our app and let's say this guy reached out to me and I just very quickly want to see if this is interesting. So we run this, it will then scrape the profile and come up with an answer. So we got an error, we just tried to fix it and it failed to add the memory. So right now we have some knowledge base insights and it is really looking for this sweet spot between this person and what I do. And we can then click on accept or reject, and based on that it will store information about what kind of leads I want. Okay, so we tried it out once again and we got the URL right here. It did the analysis and right here we just clicked on accept, as you can see right here, and I can now show you in the backend of mem0 what actually happened. So right here we store everything that is needed. So when we started we said user analyzing lead and we had the URL for Nick. We then stored our scoring. And next up, we also stored some facts about Nick. So he's an entrepreneur, he specializes in building story-driven personal brands, and we actually qualified him. So right now in mem0, we store every single lead that we accepted. So that next time when we now use another URL and check out the score for this lead, the exact same thing happens, but with the knowledge that it gained from all the other leads. And in this way, we have an AI agent that gets data from different sources, a LinkedIn profile, all the information from a LinkedIn profile, rec from our document, and now everything that it learns from that, it also uses mem0 to learn over time. And the result is not just a simple AI agent that feels like a chatbot, but really something useful that we can even make better over time. Thanks for sticking around until the end of this video. If you've enjoyed it, please make sure to like and subscribe, and then I will see you in my next video.